mission. Ill disposition, that's the way a nigga living. Hooked like I spent my days out fishing. Never underestimate the vision. Listen, roll through the city like I won't lose. Lost so much, I done lost so many. Hard to get around when your heart's so heavy. So I choose to sing the blues from a brand new Chevy. Stack it to the ceiling and I won't look back. Put it on the line for my fam, that's a fact. Call up my partners and they got my bag. Flow so tight that it's never off track. Time to overcome all my obstacles. And my shows, they pop off like rock and roll. There's so much in life you cannot control. So I just close my eyes and let go. Oh. Tell me what more do you want? I done gave it everything I got. Pour a little more Henny over these rocks. Let's take a shot to the fact that we still here. Lost so many along the way. I could pour out liquor all day long. That's why I write these songs. Tell me what more do you want? I done gave it everything I got. Pour a little more Henny over these rocks. Let's take a shot to the fact that we still here. Lost so many along the way. I could pour out liquor all day long. That's why I write these songs. It's for you. I know it's hard to let go of control. Got so much you can't show on your soul. Pay my way, no toes in the road. 10 toes, stay down on the flow, that's for sure. That's the motto we live by. Searching for the answers in the bottle, but no question we get high. Means to escape. My mind sometimes seems to be in outer space, but the world is my fate. I'm a stoner, I'm a dreamer. Still believe in love, doing drugs, I'm a cheater. Said if I knew better, I'd do better than I ever did. Then I knew better, still made the same mistakes again. Now ironic. All I need is some chronic and some gin. It's a roller coaster ride and I'm on it to the end. Rather tell the truth while others lie instead. And I say this every night right before I go to bed.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Sometimes we all just had enough. Take another hit, then pass the blunt. We're just out here having fun. We all got stresses, we all got pain. We all got pressure on our brains. Pops on the block, selling rock cocaine. Dead on the spot like Kurt Cobain.
DubCNN. Oh, what? Yeah, he's money for your dollars, that's the only thing important.
Right here at Demrick listening party. Shout out DubCNN. West.
What's up? This is Demrick and you tuned into my favorite West Coast site, the site in general, DubCNN. Bang. It's all out war for what I believe in. At the liquor store serving up those that's feeding. When the cops come, we start bobbing and weaving. Running and ducking, we got me coughing and wheezing. Why you trying to speak about the predicament we in? Most time you ever spent in the city's a weekend. And I swear to God, they try and push me off for the deep end. Cause at your lowest point is when these wild thoughts creep in. Could my mind be playing tricks on me? Cause I feel like somebody coming for me. That's why I treat every day like my last day. More cheddar with less effort, get it the fast way. Before my flame gets put out like an ashtray, I'ma make the songs that's gon' give the world a gas face. Yeah, you stuck running in last place and don't nobody give a fuck what your ass say. Do you think you should wild out or act safe? Cause in that case, give me that motherfucking gun. Your name ain't nowhere to hide. Always remember one thing: you're living on borrowed time. See, tomorrow's not promised, no matter how bad you want it. That's why I'm going all in. Till them angels come calling. Till them angels come calling for me.
What up? This is Cali. So like, yeah, there's just two people in Cali Cleve. Myself, Ian, and then my partner, Brandon.
Okay.
We Cali Cleve, half Cali, half Cleveland.
Oh.
Shout out to DubCNN.
No. Good.
The very first interview that ever happened for me and my group when we moved out here from Philadelphia was with DubCNN.
Dope, Demrick. Let's talk about some of these new projects you got out. You've been dropping a string of videos on DubCNN in leading up to your new project.
Yeah, all leading up to Losing Focus, my first album, official album with Cali Cleve. This is Ian from Cali Cleve. So I'm excited, man, because it's been a long time, you know, especially everybody who's watching on DubCNN, they know how long I've been grinding. They know me from the Tangled Thoughts days, the original, you know, this is, like I said, my first blog interview ever was with DubCNN.
Right.
So, now it's focused, it's album time. It's funny, we getting focused, but it's called Losing Focus because it's about stepping away from the norm and doing something completely different that creates an identity for us and how we make music.
Right. Okay, so when's the release date so we can tell the fans that again?
February 24th.
I'll get that. February 24th.
Yep.
Okay. And we also sitting in with Cali Cleve.
What up?
How you doing, man? You heard you produced the whole project?
Yeah, produced the entire album, recorded and mixed it all here. This is my studio, Mulberry Studios. Pretty much worked on every last bit of it up in here.
Yeah.
We've been doing records together for a while, though. It just, you know, eventually got to the point where let's make an entire album, you know?
Right.
Like a sound, something you could tailor, you know, tailor to like a specific person.
Gotcha.
Yes.
How did we come up with it?
There you go.
There we go. Like I said, like the name of the album, Losing Focus, really came from doing a lot of stuff in the industry, working over a lot of industry production, and kind of being fed up with the sound and everything. And so it was my way of saying that I'm going to step away from the norm, step away from the average, do something different. And some people might not get it. That's like, oh, Demrick, because they always know me with the bars and the coming and kill shit, and it's still present on this album.
Right.
I just think that people have a certain perception of me, so they might have said, oh, Demrick's getting off track, he's losing focus.
Right.
So I just turned that into a positive, and I think that was blurring out what's norm and creating a focus on what I wanted to do,
what you wanted
and what we wanted to do musically.
Right. Okay, tell me about the serial killers project that we featured recently.
Yeah, man, shouts out to B-Real and Xzibit. We have a group together called Serial Killers, and I mean that's about bars and lyrics and just hardcore, you know. The music's real aggressive, and you know everybody's going for broke lyrically on that thing, and it's actually a blessing. It's a real big blessing and an honor to be in a group with two legendary West Coast MCs.
Right.
So I just appreciate that opportunity every time we get behind the, you know, behind the mic or get in a studio session or get on stage. Like, I mean, it's an important. I take it very seriously. So,
Right. How did that situation come about, Demrick?
Well, I've known B-Real for a while. You know, he took an interest in my solo stuff. And my first mixtape, which was on DubCNN, was Audio Hustlers Volume 1.
Right.
And B-Real produced a ton of that. And off of that, B-Real put me on his solo album. And there was a song called Don't You Dare Laugh, produced by Scoop DeVille.
Dope.
It was playing on satellite radio. Xzibit heard it. I got a phone call to go to a studio session. Xzibit was in the studio. And from there, we created a relationship.
Dope.
And we did a song called Figure It Out that did well online, so I started touring with X, becoming friends with him. We started making records together. From there, me, B-Real, and X started making records together, and, you know, we got Serial Killers.
Dope. You mentioned the tour. If I'm not correct, you just got back off tour?
I just got back. Mad Child, who actually is the person who signed me for this album to Battle Axe Records, took me to Canada.
Dope.
I went on my first tour in Canada where it was my name's on the bill. You know, I've been to Canada a few times before with Xzibit, so to get the chance to get out there in front of these fans and rock really meant a lot, and it was dope, man. The energy was live. The reception from all the Battle Axe Warrior kids was positive, and I had a blast. You know, I love Canada anyway, so I just knew it was going to be good, and it's just even more. I mean, it just feels good to be able to know that you worked hard enough to get back in front of those crowds and perform your own set.
How was the reception out there?
It was great.
Great.
Positive. Love.
Dope. Okay. Just off the top, like how did you get started in the rapping? What was your inspiration to be an artist? To be an MC?
I don't know. Just started out as a hobby and turned into a passion and then turned into my life.
Right.
I mean, I made a conscious decision a long time ago that this was all I was going to do.
Right.
And so once you do that and you really put the time and effort in, like things just tend to work out in your direction.
Right. Definitely. Okay. Back to the project that you're releasing February 24th.
My first album.
The first album.
My first fucking album. It took a long time. Anybody who's watching on DubCNN knows that this took a minute to happen. I'm really excited. I needed to become the artist that I wanted to be. I needed to see certain things. I needed to mature in certain ways to be able to deliver this project the way that I did.
Right. So, one producer.
Yeah.
One producer. Any collaborations that we can look forward to on there?
Yeah, like I have Logic on there. I have King Chip on there. I have Dizzy Wright on there. I have my homeboy Kid Upstairs on there. I have Futuristic on there, Mad Child, and we have an unreleased Serial Killers track that's on there too.
Dope. Y'all look out for that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on iTunes, all the digital.
February 24th, man. You got to get it. You'll be able to. You've seen the content here on DubCNN, so the thing now is about supporting it and taking a real listen and trying to understand the direction that we're moving in.
Okay, Demrick, what as an MC, like who inspires you? Like who do you listen to? Like,
I mean, obviously in the beginning, like it's such a broad question because it could be everything from R&B to rock to all kinds of stuff.
Hip-hop.
To my favorite rappers that I had coming up, and my list, the Pac, Big, and all that stuff, Eminem, and those things are probably similar to a lot of
everybody else
coming, dudes, and even 50 Cent and shit like that. But I think that it was the MCs that I met along the way. It was Corrupt teaching me everything. It was Cypress Hill. It was Xzibit. It was my chance to meet Dre and the things, the little bit of the game that they've given me.
Right.
And just the opportunity to share your talent with those people and it be received well and then give you pointers.
Right.
And to help build your confidence with taking you places, showing you things, working on music together. Like, those are my true influences. I mean, these guys had a humongous impact on shaped my whole entire life.
Gotcha. Okay, so after this, we're early in 2015. After the project drops on the 24th, anything else that we can look forward to, like next single off the project, or?
Yeah, look for that Dizzy Wright music video to drop. We Still Here. Look for the Gleeman music video to drop. Look for a bunch of different features and things that I'm on. I'm on DJ Hoppa's new project called Hoppa with Friends that's coming out on Funk Volume. Drops March 31st, I believe.
Dope.
And
Dope.
I'm on the second single on that project. So, but the push is gonna be behind Losing Focus.
Losing Focus,
and
right?
We're gonna get out. We're gonna tour this record. We're gonna really make a stand for this music.
Right.
In the day and age where things come and go so quick, the goal is to settle into something and make sure that it gets heard by the most amount of people that it can.
Absolutely. February 24th, y'all go get that. Losing Focus.
Yeah, I'm about to roll this up right now and lose focus.
When Denver's about to go ahead and get y'all a glimpse of it.
Yeah, we getting right over here, man.
Yes, sir. Cali Cleve. Hold on.
I think it was DJ Muggs who originally told me that you're gonna find the best sound working with one producer from the ground up.
Dope.
That was some game he gave me a long time ago. He's like, find somebody whose sound isn't all the way out there and build something together.
Right.
It's how you create an identity, at least from his perspective, which he did very well with Cypress and with other things that he produced over time. I mean, he was the first person.
Right.
And from there, I worked with always try to like team up with somebody. Like me and Scoop DeVille dropped a project. Me and the Makers dropped a project, trying to just find that perfect sound. And along the way, I've been working with Ian since I met him at the record plant through Jim Johnson.
Dope.
And he was an engineer at the record plant, and he got a job with Kid Cudi, and then started engineering and working with him.
Oh.
And from there, he was working on his production, and we would do sessions here all the time. And finally, when I got fed up with really everything that I was doing over industry production, I came to somebody who I've been working with for years,
Right.
I've seen his production grow, and was like, why don't we just sit down and make an album?
Right. Right.
Like, and make something. He understands me. He's been recording with me. He knows all of my musical, you know, because I like to put melody in my shit. Like, my shit is complex. It's not just raps and fucking, you know, over beats. I like to, you know, experiment more than that in my music, I guess. And he understood that because he'd been there with me through the whole growing process. So it only made sense that we do something together, because I felt like I understood where he was going with his production, and seen the foresight to know that they're going to be a big production duo, these guys, him and his partner.
Right.
And he had a good understanding of the artist that I am and where I was trying to take my stuff musically. So
Dope.
I think that's pretty much the process of why we, you know.
Dope.
Yeah, I mean, it was organic in the sense that, you know, having just recorded so many records, you know, whether it be me just recording him over someone else's production, because at the time when we first met, I was working with a lot of songwriters out of the studio I was working at. One in particular, Esther Dean, who just wrote like a bunch of #1s the year I started working with her, and it was just watching artists like that. And I used to work with Chris Brown a lot, and watching artists like that sing and really like make quality records was something that then, when Demrick's trying to experiment with some stuff as far as singing and putting melodies on stuff, and even with the production I was trying to do, was we both kind of ran as far left field as we could.
Right.
And then came back to the point where it's like, okay, you can still have records that are different, but, you know, they still knock. You know what I mean? Like, they're still, they can still be commercial in the sense where, like, people it could be heard on the radio and people can enjoy the records, but it's still a little like off kilter.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think.
And we definitely did not go into this to do anything for the radio.
Right. Dope. Dope.
A lot of the shit that I was hearing on the radio in the initial time frame we was getting something was part of the reason that had me fed up with the shit, you know. And I got nothing. I wanted to make these songs so that they could possibly go and change the direction of everything.
Right.
You know?
Right.
We're trying to take things in our direction.
Yeah, change what could be called like the norm. You know, what people make as commercial records now. I mean, because if you're not experimenting and creating something new, you're never going to be the new sound.
Yeah.
You're just constantly chasing what someone else is doing.
Yeah.
So that's more or less, you know, the reason why we, you know, got together.
Gotcha.
I like to smoke weed, man.
It's easier too when you're comfortable with someone. Like, you can kick it like half the time, even if we're not making records. We're over here in the studio.
Right. Chemistry.
Yeah, just hanging out, smoking, doing whatever, drinking, having people over. It's just like the environment, you know.
Right. Right. Okay, Demrick, talk to me about a little bit about the new project that B-Real just dropped, The Prescription.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about that. Make sure you get that. I'm sure it's up on DubCNN
yes.
now.
Yep.
B-Real got in the studio with a bunch of producers, bunch of different artists, from Absol to ASAP Ferg to Dizzy Wright to myself, to know the product and just try to make something that, you know, different that he really felt good about. And I was excited to see him really going in and spitting and killing it, because it's really started with the Prohibition record that he did with Burner.
Okay.
And I was on that Xanax and Patron single off of that, and just that whole marijuana culture and how things are moving, and everything that's happening in California around us. This is an exciting time to live in California or be in the United States in general if you are a marijuana enthusiast.
Right. Can I jump in there, Jim? Like, you guys seem to be at the forefront of that.
Well, I don't know if I'm at the forefront of that, but I'm definitely around people that are at the forefront of that.
Gotcha.
And learning and participating in it in my own way.
Gotcha.
You know, like going to the Cannabis Cup. Scoop DeVille released a project that was only at the Cup.
Dope.
Like, it's still not online, the whole thing.
Dope.
And it's just doing things like that. And I performed with B-Real at the Cup, and then also did my own solo set. It's just participating, knowing all these things, teaming up with different collectives and different strains and different extract companies, and doing things with them to help push this movement.
Dope.
You know, and make sure that there's soundtracks for this shit.
Dope. So the soundtrack for the Cannabis Club, you can't even get that.
Can't even get that. Me and Scoop DeVille, we put a couple singles out online, but you only have the full thing if you were at the Cup.
That's dope. Okay. Leads me into the next question. How is it when you working together with guys like that, with B-Real, etc.?
I mean, it's a blessing every time, man. Like, it's really, it's humbling, and it's exciting because it makes you want to go in there and you know, show up. Right. So that's how I got my approach to the whole thing of being a solo artist.
Right. Got you. Okay. Anything else you want to add today? Demrick?
Losing Focus, February 24th, man. Get your sack of your favorite strain, light it up, smoke 2, and then push play on Losing Focus.
On Losing Focus.
Yeah.
February 24th?
Yeah,
y'all go get that.
Cali Cleve.
Cali Cleve. Demrick.
I made it out of my hood. I know some niggas wish I was back there. That's why old friends just old friends. I'm in Chuck Taylor's with a low grip. Got my old Timbs in my gold face. From the old days in that cold place. Now it's Rose and Kush. California living on my soul veins. I got no shame. From the nose bleeds to the center stage is a cold way. How I got here. Just wanna ask me something. Now this is the journey. All this shit goes together. I smoke so much, I feel like nothing can hurt me. These curves make no trouble, so great. These drugs I'm on lately, it feels like the 80s. That I've been here too long. This calls on my phone. Yeah, I'm in my zone. No cares for your problems, just leave me alone. Check